Hey y'all, it's me, Steph, and today we're working on Building the Bayou, episode 3. So we're starting back right where we left off, just decorating the houses and putting things outside in the yards and adding more plants and trees and all of that goodness. So right now I'm just trying to find the best items to place on the porch. I want it to look lived in. I want it to look like somebody's got all their stuff there. I definitely want like a porch light. I'm not sure about the lamp, so I'll be switching things around, just trying to figure out what works best. And that's just how decorating goes. You switch it around and put different stuff there, and don't like it, then put another thing there. Don't like it, keep going. I planted this tree and I didn't like how it looked. It was very small, so I have to get down in there and take it out and add another block of dirt so that it'll come up higher since it's a small tree and make a bigger, fluffier bush. I often have to do this. I dig them 5 spaces down to begin with, and sometimes it's a small tree. If it's a small tree, then I have to go back down there, cut it down, add another, layer of dirt, and then replace the tree again. And I'll do the same thing if the tree is too big. I'll just cut it down, take out a piece of dirt instead of adding one, and then we're all good. So you'll continue to see me look around at everything that I'm doing, turn the camera in different directions just to see how it looks from different angles. I really have to look at things to decide, do I like it? Do I want to keep it? Do I want to change it? And that's just the process. That's part of what we do when we're decorating. You put it somewhere and then you think, no, wait, it'll probably look better over here. And so you change it up, and maybe you don't like that still. So you try something different and you change that up. When I'm building, I like to look at everything from all kinds of different perspectives. I want to see it from high, from low, from different areas that I've already built. There I was just looking at it from the dock. I really wanted to see what the house looked like. Could I see it? Was it illuminated enough? Was there enough light? I did decide that there wasn't, so I decided that I really wanted to add some light to the porch. I really wanted that porch light look, so I added a light there, and I'm hoping that it looks like a porch light, and I think I was happy with it. I will go back later and change the sign to be closed again because it's open right now. Also, if you'll notice, there is an item sign in between those bushes right there against the house. I did try that out as a window, but ended up not liking it because from the side, there's just too much space between it and the house, and it just looked kind of silly when you looked at it from that angle. So I ended up taking it down later. It does crack me up how absolutely indecisive I am throughout this whole video. It just is part of how I do things. Put it down, pick it up, put it down, pick it up, put something else down, pick that up. So do you guys do that? Let me know in the comments below. If you continually pick things up, put it down, pick it back up, or do you make decisions beforehand and have everything organized and ready to put down and you know exactly where you're going to put it? Let me know. I'm always interested to know how everybody else does things. And thank goodness I realized that the sign was facing the wrong way finally and changed it. Makes me want to clap for myself. So because we don't have windows or doors on the houses or anything to take up space on the outside of them, I always feel like they're huge and empty and it looks kind of weird sometimes. My favorite place to put, obviously, my big fluffy bushes is on and around the outside of printed houses. It just looks so good and overgrown, and it hides that surface area that feels blank to me. Now I'm just starting to place the grass trees, the short palms, and I love them. I think they're so cool. And the place item code actually lets me bring them into different spaces on my island, and I love that. It's probably my favorite thing about the dev commands is the place item code. So yeah, loving that. And hopefully soon we'll get seeds for those palms, and hopefully we'll get the little palmetto trees from the mine too. I'm so hoping that we're gonna get the palmetto trees. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. And even though I can place them with the dev commands, it would really be amazing to have seeds for them so I don't have to place them with the dev commands. Hint, hint. Is there any plants or new vegetation that you guys would like to see in the game, or existing stuff you would like to have seeds for? Personally, I can't wait to see what new plant life we get in the next update. I'm so ready for more plants. I absolutely love the nature in this game. I am addicted. I love it. I need more plants, and I can't wait to have them. Now we're adding ferns, and I did stop planting the lily pads for a while. I'm not done yet, of course. It's a big area, and there's lots and lots of planting to do. Just pretty much this whole build was just a lot of planting. And so you'll see me move from thing to thing to thing. I don't really get finished with one thing, so I don't plant all of the lily pads and then plant all of the river reeds. I kind of go back and forth with each thing, planting bushes, decorating the houses, planting things on the land masses, just switching back and forth between things keeps me from getting really, really bored with that one thing. And if you're going to be in the bayou, you definitely got to have crab pots. So I'm placing crab cages everywhere. It just really looks so cute. I love the crab pots, like one of the best decoration items. Oh my gosh, one of my favorites. And, you know, some people might say I place too many, but I love them. And this is supposed to be the bayou. There's going to be lots of crab fishermen and people who are trying to catch, you know, crawdads and all that. So yeah, we're gonna place a lot of crab pots. And we're continuing to decorate with the crab pots on another landmass with a different house, but then I realized that I didn't put a porch light on this one, and so I decided to do that. And Shannon popped in, so you'll see her shortly. Now I'm just getting ready to place a rowboat here. Am I the only one that has to have it perfectly placed? It has to look like somebody just rowed up and hopped out of the boat. And I always kind of want it on that little angle so that it looks like natural. It's not all straight. So I have to fix it. Did you see that? I had to fix it. I love it like that though. You'll also notice that I absolutely love to place the crab pots down in sets of 3. They just look so cute. It's like the perfect combination. Sometimes I do 5, but most of the time it's either 1 or 3. I just really like that combination. It just always looks good. At least to my eyeballs it does. So I'm just about to take a look around just to see what else I need to do. And there's never a dull moment in Dinkum. There was a Echidna and Diggo fight, and I got caught in the middle of it. Poor Diggo. Aw, got taken out by the Echidna. But I did get some free meat. So yay, free meat. I think what was the most fun about this build is how I had this huge vision that I wasn't sure I could, make come to life. And once I started seeing it actually come to life in front of me, I was like, this is the best. I just love that. I love when you decide to do something, you research, you look for pictures, you try to figure out how you're going to make it work, and it just all comes together. And I am so excited about this build. I absolutely enjoyed making it. I mean, it was a lot of planting and a lot of work, but it was all worth it because in the end it came together so well, and I cannot wait to give you guys a tour. I can't wait. You guys will see me start to plant these pink paper daisies along the edges here of this landmass, and I actually decided later to take them out. I just felt like they didn't fit with the area, so I did take them out. I will be adding other flowers later. It just, I don't know, the pink ones, they just didn't fit with this area. And that's something that happens often. I mean, sometimes you use things and then you go back later and you look at it and you're like, that just doesn't go here, and you end up taking it out. Sometimes it's just that you have to live with something for a while to realize that it doesn't work. And that's okay. Some people are going to ask, why did you plant the tree and then cut it down? Um, when I'm trying to make a natural area, I really don't want a bunch of trees like in a line. When they are in a line, they look more manicured, less natural, less free growing, and I just want it to look like, oh, that tree just actually sprung up there. Now, I know in real life there's going to be trees that are side by side, and of course I do plant trees side by side, but there's just some situations where I don't want them to look like they've been purposely planted in a straight line. So that's why I cut down the tree and planted a new one in a different spot. And I'm sorry, y'all, about the camera spinning, but this is just me getting up high so I can look at everything and figure out what I want to start on next. And yeah, I just really need to see things from all different angles, and it gives me a good idea of where I need things and where I don't. It's the next day, and I had this idea. I decided that I wanted to use some lowered banana trees just to kind of have another type of plant. And so I'm trying that out here. I did plant some. Some of them I ended up not liking so much. Later on, I took them out just because I didn't like the holes in the ground, and I struggled with that. So I really wanted, to make sure that the holes were covered and it didn't look odd. And some of them did look odd, so I did take some of them out. But you'll see me going around here and just planting some banana trees. Hey y'all, I just left this bit in here because I thought it would be fun for y'all to see me struggle so much with my little character's feet. I mean, I just keep tripping all over this freaking bank trying to get this banana tree planted in it. And here we're back to placing river reeds. More and more reeds. Can't say that 3 times fast. I decided to place some of the mangrove trees with the place item code. Usually I did put mud down. Usually I just put mud down and let them grow in. But I was trying to make sure I got them in the right places over here. And I just really wanted to get them in. So I used the place item code for them. And they look great. And I was really, really happy with them. And now I am placing more river reeds. And this is probably one of the longest and most tedious things I had to do for this build, was placing the lily pads and the river reeds in the water, because I really needed the water to look full of plants. And oh my gosh, it took so long, you guys. A lot of typing. So many commands later, and now we're on to working on the docks. So yeah, I struggled in this moment just a little bit. This was a doggo den. I had literally not touched it. I didn't want to mess with it. But then I was like, you know what? I'm going to have to take a piece of it off because it's intruding on my dock. And I really want to make this look nice. So I decided to cut some of it off and just make it fit with the rest of the dock. So here I'm just going to make the sides match, take some dirt out, fix that all up so that the whole dock is all the same size. And then, of course, the dry docked jet ski I will figure out later. It doesn't stay like this. I try several different ways to keep it in this little like cubby hole situation, and I just end up not liking it. So I hope you guys like the end result better. I know I did. I left this little nugget of entertainment in here for you guys. In case you didn't know, if you go under a vehicle, you end up going through the world. So I took a little trip and left this in there just so if anybody didn't know, don't walk under a jet ski when it's hovering above the ground, because you will fall through the earth. I was pretty happy with how the dock was going, but then I decided that I didn't like the fact that there was 2 rows of the flower beds on either side of the steps, but then there's one extra one to the right side. I just didn't really like that. I wanted it to, you know, I like things to be balanced, even if I can in some situations and odd in others. So I decided to go ahead and add the jet ski dry dock in that spot, and I thought it worked out perfect. It was really cute, and it got my mind off the third planter box issue. I got to the point where I was almost done with the steps and realized that I couldn't put steps on the outside because they couldn't sit under the festoon lights. So now I have to go back and redo the steps and push them back all back one so that I can fit the festoons in there and still have the steps so we can walk down and under the festoon. Now I'm just gonna put my things away and take a nice long look at everything and see if there's anything else I want to change or something I don't like. And I did decide to move around some of the crab pots because it was a little bit tight walking through there and it just didn't look right. So we're gonna move those and figure out a different way to put them in there, and then I think we're pretty close to happy with it. I'm trying to figure out the lighting here and if there's going to be enough lighting at night. So I tried to put these lamp posts in, and I did put them on a piece of dirt. I usually do that with all my docks, but there was something I didn't like about it here, and so I ended up taking them out. I just didn't like the way they looked, and I knew I couldn't put them in with the big boats because there just wasn't enough room. So if I couldn't have them on all of them, I didn't want them on any of them. And it's time to get back to placing more river reeds. I can't tell you how absolutely sick I am to death after doing this build of placing river reeds. I am so thankful to James for adding seeds. I much rather would have dropped and dug up seeds than had to type over and over again. But, we didn't have the seeds during this build. I'm so happy to have them, though. I wish I would have had them when I was doing this. So many more commands later, so many, you guys have no idea. It was tough. we're just ready to take a long look at everything and see how everything's coming together. And you can see all the river reeds that I planted, and I'm just taking a look at that. Looking at the decorations at the houses. It's really looking good. It's becoming nice and full. All the ferns have grown up. What do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think of it in the comments. I'm really proud of this, you guys. I absolutely love it. I wanted to create almost like a new world inside my Dinkum world, and it worked so well. There I was showing one of the banana trees that I sunk down, and I was pleasantly surprised with how well they turned out. And I'll actually end up removing a couple that just didn't look right to me, but for the most part I was happy with them. And now we're just taking a look at the whole bayou, y'all. It turned out really good. I still have some river reed placing to do, and a lot of planting throughout the middle and the back of the bayou. But we decorated the houses and we got so much done, and I'm just loving it. It's coming together so well, and I'm just really proud that I kept on going because it was a lot. And that's it, y'all, for episode 3 of Building the Bayou. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye now, y'all. Thanks for sticking with me on my bayou journey. It's a long one.